And suddenly 2 men arrived at each side and took my arm friendly but forcefully and said, Mr. Carter, you can't go outside the hotel. I said, why not? Well, because you might get lost and no one speaks English and you might never come back. So I went back to my hotel. The British ambassador called me and welcomed me personally to Pyongyang. I think I was the only other British person in the country apart from him and his team. So that was nice. He said, anytime, here's my phone number. You can call me from the hotel. If you have any problems, just let me know. Thank you very much. That's very nice. So around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a car came to pick me up to go to the concert venue. I was driven with my guitar to this awesome opera house, really beautiful. Everything in North Korea is old. Because of sanctions, they have not been able to renew anything for years. So the place was in gorgeous condition, old wood and lovely acoustics, very grand. I found a big old Russian microphone on a stand in the center of the stage, and I jumped on stage and got my guitar out and sat down and played for a minute or two. It sounded amazing. And so I was about to put my guitar away, and there were 4 or 5 men in military uniforms sitting just in front of me down in the auditorium. And they said, Mr. Carter, please, can you play your concert program for us so we can make sure that your music is suitable for the North Korean people? I said, okay. I said, I sent you a CD and a DVD in the post last year, and you've invited me, and obviously you've heard my music, but sure. So I played very short versions of these pieces. To be honest, I started playing and they weren't interested, they weren't listening, they were just talking. I thought, well, stuff that. So I just played through them quickly and finished with a very short, lively Spanish guitar piece, which would get their attention normally. And I finished and I thought, well, no reaction. So I put my guitar away and I went and sat with them. I said, so is everything okay? Was that all right? Are you happy? And one of the men looked at me and he said, Mr. Carter, we have a problem. I said, what might that problem be? Your music is not suitable for the North Korean people. And I started laughing. I've never arrived in a concert venue to be told that my music is not suitable for anybody. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's the most harmless music you can think of. It's instrumental, it's quite reflective. But that was the problem, it was reflective. And North Koreans are only exposed to this triumphant, vibrant music which praises their country and praises their leader.
So much hope for so many people, which can bring to this world lasting peace for all nations and happiness and well-being for all men.
So I laughed nervously for a minute or so, thinking, how do I respond to that? I had a one-way ticket, I couldn't leave the country. Only 2 flights per week on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I'm stuck, you know. So I said, well, what do you suggest I do? I looked up, and on the balcony there was a big banner, and it said in Korean and in English, North Korea welcomes our international artists for this festival, bringing the world together or bridging the world together through music. I was like, what's that? I said, I've come all this way to play my music for you, at my own expense, I have to add. No one's paying me to do this. And here is a lovely banner explaining why I'm here, and you're telling me I can't do what I'm supposed to be doing. What's all that about? I started to get a bit angry, to be honest. And I said, so what should we do? I'm not going to go, I can't go home, and I'm come all this way, what should we do? And the man looked at me, and I never forget this. He said, we think the best solution for you is if you can play British military songs. I said, you are joking. And then I became actually quite angry, to be honest, because it's obvious that I was just naive, I guess. It's obvious that I've been brought there under false pretenses, and all they were interested in is a British guy being on stage to show on TV, to show how Britain was friendly with North Korea and how they supported Kim Jong-il. Now, friends had warned me about this. They said to me, Jason, you will be used as a tool for propaganda. Every dollar you spend in North Korea will go into the pockets of the leaders, and you're supporting the regime by going. But I argued that, and I said each time, you're right, you're absolutely right. But if nobody goes to North Korea, then what difference can be made? Now, not that me playing the guitar in North Korea will change the world. It cannot. But music can change atmospheres. The presence of foreigners can show people that there's another world outside those borders. And that's the reason why I went. And I still stand by that reason. But in this moment, when I was asked to play British military songs, I thought to myself, get me out of here now, you know. At that point, I started to say, you know, you cannot do this. You cannot invite me all this way to under false pretenses and tell me to do this. And I was quite angry, to be honest. Well, there was a bit of discussion amongst them. I walked away and sat on stage thinking, I couldn't call anybody. I couldn't do anything. I thought, what do I do? So I'm sitting there thinking there's got to be a solution. And then they had a little meeting. And one of the guys came on stage and said, Mr. Carter, we have a solution. Your music is very beautiful and you can play these pieces. It's okay. I said, okay, thank you very much.